Hello guys, this is the 1v1 tournament from Rewind Gaming, and well, we are kicking it off real quick right now because we had some delay and some broadcasting hold, but the players have now started to play, and well, it's looking like a very nice evening, and hopefully we will see some great plays.
Yes, hopefully we will see some great plays. We are in DFH Stadium, and we actually see our first goal right away of Esco hitting it from the left side.
Yeah, a good bump in before, and then he makes a good nice shot, and Kazalex already gave up at that point.
That was already like 27 seconds, so typical 1v1 start off here. Kind of right into the game, right into the first goal, and actually to the second one as well. 2-0 here, and that time was really short, 14 seconds just between these two goals. So 1v1, typical 1v1 quickfire goals here.
Yeah, they are going really quick at it, and well, that's to be honest, that looks like a 1v1 tournament, because in 1v1s most of the time the goals do happen really quick after each other, and so far we have seen Ixo mainly attack, and Kazalex has been trying to sit back in defense, but it hasn't been working out for him yet, as Ixo is now setting up another attack to maybe score another goal and really put Kazalex onto pressure to maybe score, and Kazalex barely makes a save right there, as Ixo is now returning to his own net, but then makes another good 50-50 on Kazalex, and Kazalex steals the ball away there from Ixo and makes an easy goal.
That was easy indeed, and coming in from the back, like from the orange side of the field, so taking an opportunity with having an open net, and those 42 seconds were 42 seconds that were really, really important. So Kazalex catching up there, 2-1 in this first round of this semifinal.
Yeah, and Ixo barely missing that kickoff goal. He could have maybe scored that one, but fortunately for Kazalex, he didn't make it. So now Ixo is once again showing off that he wants to be the attacking player, and he's doing a fairly good job at doing it. Kazalex makes a good clear to the side and now has some offensive pressure. Good block by Ixo right there. As Kazalex is now trying to take it through the side, but Ixo makes a good block and is now... He tends to be pretty relaxed about everything he does with 360s in between, but now Kazalex is trying to win a 50-50, but good block by Ixo. And Ixo is now... Yeah?
I was gonna say, that was a really good block by Ixo there on the side. Kazalex saw the chance, but not quite being there. Now, but if we do look at the statistics here, Ixo definitely is stronger on the offensive with already having 6 shots versus 2 shots on Kazalex. So we do see some great plays here. And Ixo definitely looks like the type of person who does seem to be making a very strategic plays and almost setting like mini traps for Kazalex. However, saying that, Kazalex does go for the demo on that one and gets the ball back over on the other side.
Yeah, both players are playing it really smart so far, and well, at the moment they are, I want to say pretty even. It's just that Ixo is making shots on target and Kazalex isn't, and then, I think Kazalex maybe thought Ixo wasn't hitting the target from there, but Ixo actually was, and a nice steal by Ixo right there, because it pretty much was a steal. I think Kazalex didn't expect that one to go into his own net.
Kind of an air dribble there by Ixo, not expecting anything, and that's the typical shot that you actually miss or defend, like we just saw there by Kazalex. So that was a pretty good chance, and again hitting the goalpost, sorry, and Kazalex now did see the chance and does make that in to the other side.
Yeah, when the search attempts fail and it bounces that good off of the backboard, then yeah, most of the time it's an easy goal for the opposing player. Sometimes you have to look that it bounces up and rolls up the wall. This time it didn't happen, and now Kazalex gets an easy goal and it's on a 1-goal game again, and then he wins the kickoff, and now it's square again. It's like now it's evened up again, and now Ixo has to really attack again because Kazalex seems to be really relaxed in defending all the shots Ixo is putting at him so far. So
that was an easy goal. So that's one of those typical characteristics we see with Kazalex there. With 1v1s. Once you win the kickoff, that's pretty much a free given goal. And this one was not really a kickoff as sorts, but this one was rather a duel. But Kazalex did see a free ball there. Ixo not really having the control over that one. So Kazalex goes forwards and goes right into the makes another goal right there.
Yeah, Kazalex is doing a great job of seizing out every little opportunity there is to score a goal on each. So something like so far I've been seeing a really defensive play by him, and I think he's doing a good job by taking every small little chance and defending for the rest of the game. Ixo has been looking to be the more offensive player, but is also making a little more mistakes than Kazalex, and that puts him at the moment 1 goal behind Kazalex. But I definitely think Ixo can score another goal, and just as I say that, Ixo makes a good decision by going in immediately when he sees Kazalex go for a boost, and then he gets an easy goal for himself as well for once.
I was gonna say, what is Kazalex doing? Instead of defending this goal, he goes for the mid boost, which might be which definitely was actually a strategic error on his part, which definitely got punished, I guess. And so right now the game is at a draw. What do you think we see out of these two already coming in? Ixo or Casalax? Which one do you think is stronger, and which one do you think will turn this game around and actually take home the first round at least of the semifinal?
I wouldn't know. I think we are going into overtime for game one, and maybe not even. Maybe not. Definitely not.
Never
with
mind.
Ixo now scoring in the last 3 seconds. It's still possible for Casalex to carry it on into overtime, but the likelihood of it going to an overtime right now are decreasing.
Yeah,
I mean, 3 seconds is a really small window to score, and Ixo then wins the kickoff, and game one goes to Ixo.
Game one does go to Ixo, and it's starting off strong, and this was actually head-to-head, right? Because there's so much, there was so much going on, and I think we have a really balanced out semi-final here. So right now, Ixo does take home this first round, but what are your predictions on this next round?
Yeah, I think Casalex should be able to take a game from Ixo. Definitely, Ixo is making, in my opinion, mistakes, too much mistakes that Casalex maybe can try to capitalize on. And for the moment, we saw Casalex making a few mistakes for himself as well, going for that boost at the midway. The midway on the field. It wasn't a good decision by him. He should be, if he is the defensive player, he should be making everything out of every little opportunity and making the least amount of mistakes he possibly can, because Ixo goes for everything. He's so offensive that he wants to take everything basically.
You did see that on Ixo's part there, having 13 shots versus 7, so very offensive indeed. And so let's get into this next round of this best of 3, and we'll see what happens. The tension definitely is there. There's high tension here. So so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and well, the kickoff went fairly even this time, and that's a nice flick by Ixo right there, just laying it down on his roof and then making an unexpected flick. I think it almost looked like a 180 backflip, but not quite. But still a really nice goal, and hard to say for Casalex. Most of the time you don't expect a weird shot like that to come out of nowhere basically. And now it's a 50-50 in front of the goal for Casalex, and this is dangerous. And Ixo takes another shot and is now 2 goals up again. It looks like a repeat from a previous game, because I think after 24 seconds we were at a 2-0 lead for Ixo as well.
Yeah, I mean, as we were already talking about Ixo taking every single chance he gets, which he does.
And now he takes one again.
And now he takes one again. So Casalex doesn't really get a chance to defend himself there after getting back from that kickoff. So Ixo, very, very aggressive on the offense there, but Casalex has to. I think he has to strengthen up his defense in order to get against Ixo. I think that might make him maybe a bit more stronger with these games.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think Ixo should try and now make himself. I think Ixo should be continuing what he does. I mean, most of the time players, when they are up 3-0, tend to go into a bit more of a defensive mode, but so far we have seen Ixo being really good at attacking, so I think he should continue then. And Casalex, yes, he should fix his defensive errors he made so far in this game. And he will also need to attack now, because he's three goals down, and last game he scored only 4, so if he just scores 4 again, and
Was that an own goal? That almost looked like an own goal.
It kind of was. It was a weird shot. He tried to save it, but then got an unlucky touch and then ended up carrying it into his own goal. It was definitely not intended.
Yeah, that was unlucky, but Catholic doesn't. It would have gone in either way, and I think if Ixo would have been there or not. So he does get in 1 goal there, 1-3. So 2 more to go, Catholic, but we still have to we have to see how their strategic plays is right now, because Ixo taking a lot of chances, most of them getting in, a lot of chances, a lot of free play as well. We see some artworks and like articulations, 360, etc. So it always depends. Like right now, Ixo is definitely showing like he can win off this. He can win this off easily. But I would not be so sure if I were him, as Kazlex did make that goal, but Ixo striking right back.
And Kazalex looks to be AFK right now, and now he disconnected. So he might have a PC problem, because I don't believe... I'm going to check right now, but I think Kazalex might have a... Yeah, he even went online on Steam. I think his internet died or his PC crashed, so we might see a remake for this match, or a continue from the same moment. But
Yeah,
we will go to a small break right now to see if we can get Kazalex back into the game. Hello guys, we are back, and yeah, well, after a small inconvenience by Kazalek's internet, we are now back, and let's start going again. We will be restarting uh, from the beginning of game 2, so it's 0-0 again in game 2, and well, that's unfortunate for Ixo, to be honest, because he was up 5-1 and with still 3 minutes to go, so unfortunate for him, but nothing to do about it. And now we will continue and maybe see if we get a just as great as a match as we had in the beginning of last game.
Yep, we shall see. And but we already see like Ixo is trying to make a play, and he does. He scores a goal right after that. Was that a demo by Ixo or was that a demo by Kazalex? I believe that was both of them, I guess. So this is definitely something different, but Ixo is still leading after only 30 seconds. So Ixo not being let down by that minor error there by Kazalex on Kazalex's side.
Yeah, and well, it's good to see Ixo immediately taking back the lead, showing that he really is the dominant one, and Ixo making another good goal right there, just catching Kazalex off guard and winning the 50-50, and then having all the time in the world to score that goal, and Kazalex just not being able to reach to it. So, well, I think still Ixo is maybe going to. I think Ixo is going to win. I don't want. Probably Caster Curse is going to come in now and let Kazalex win, but I don't care. I think Ixo is going to win. And
Dude,
well,
I mean, do keep in mind this is Rocket League and this is Rocket League 1v1. Things can change within a minute, right? So we kind of have to keep that in mind. So because as we already said, these are quick fire goals, right? So right now we are seeing that Ixo is still very strong on the offense, though, leading already 2 goals. So Kazalex making the same mistakes as before, but he really needs to strengthen up his defense, but also his offense also.
yeah, but I like that Kazalex is much more offensive right now, because in game 1 and the previous game 2 that we had, he was very defensive, but now he's making more offensive plays. But Ixo is catching him off guard and is, well, like, he's kind of, yeah, I don't know how to say this, but Kazalex is now making more mistakes because he is going on the offense, and Ixo is just getting all the, like, squeezing out everything he can from every single mistake Kazalex makes. And yeah, it's hard for Kazalex right now because he had a defensive play that wasn't working. Now he's trying to switch it up to a really offensive play, and now that's not working either.
It's
where can you go at that moment?
I don't really know. It's like you have to orientate yourself, and so I would just say play the best you've got. Don't really particularly go into any direction, but make sure you have a focus. But just don't get any goals in, or do get goals in. I mean, as I said, don't go into any specific direction if you can't really orientate yourself.
Okay, yeah, weird explanation, but I think I get what you mean. And Kazalex is now scoring a goal. That's good for Kazalex because that's exactly what he needs. He still needs 2 more goals to get an overtime to keep him in the series.
And he does have 2 minutes and 10 seconds to do that. So
yeah, he should have more than plenty of time, but he hasn't gotten that much chances. I mean, he has been playing really offensive, but still has only 1 shot. I mean, Ixo hasn't been really attacking compared to a Kazalex, but still has 10 shots. I mean, that's a huge difference. I mean, that's almost like every time Kazalex is attacking, he isn't even getting something done. Meanwhile, Ixo is attacking, but yeah, getting shots on goal, but only has a less than 33% goal per shot ratio, so that's not too good either. And Kezelek's getting another goal, so Kezelek is well on track to get an overtime and maybe a win if he continues to play like this.
Maybe, as you just so you predicted Ixo. As I said, these things might change very quickly, and if we do look at the stats, we do see Kazalex as being very, very strong on the defense there with 7 saves already, 7 saves, right? So you do think that Kazalex from here might not look like Kazalex is doing much on the defense side. He is, but and also right now he's also pushing himself and really wants to get that overtime, at least to close this game into overtime. So and I mean, as the timer hits the 1 minute mark, the season 3 grand champion really has to show how he earned that title, I guess. So we do have 45 seconds left for Kazalex to make that 1 goal. So we can at least see an overtime here. Do you think we will be able to see an OT?
At the moment, no. Ixo seems to be just playing with Kazalex at the moment, just going whatever he wants to do with the ball. But I think it could finish him because that's almost a goal. Yeah, I think he needs to be more concentrated in his play. At least in the final, he will probably be more concentrated in the final. But at this point, I think he needs at least to maybe fool a little less around. But so it has been working. So who am I for saying he should do it less? Because apparently it's working, and Ixo now wins the game and wins the series with that as well. So we will see Ixo back in the final.
And I believe we have another semifinal to cover. I wouldn't really know this, but so we do see. I think we do have the other semifinal as well. But Ixo definitely showing that he is worth of that final. 13 shots. Just look at that. 13 shots. Who does not get into the final with that?
Yeah, well, we are on a tight schedule, so we will now be hopping into the other semi. In other semi are playing Ike Wolf versus Refi, 2 players that we have seen a lot of times in the Rewind Gaming tournament. So that should be a really exciting match as well. So we will see you guys back in a minute.
And welcome back. I don't know what happened to Bass there, but welcome back. And we are now into the other semi-final. This one is Rafi versus Eikwolf. Bass, are you here?
Yes, I am here. Of course, I am here. Yeah, but we will be seeing Eikwolf playing against Rafi. Rafi had some struggles in his previous match, but now I think he's ready to go. And well, Eikwolf is of course ready to go as well, as Eikwolf himself always says. He's always down for once, and Eikwolf already scored. Not looking good for Rafi.
Not looking good for Rafi. 10 seconds into the game, and we see, 4 seconds. 4 seconds into the game, and we already see the first goal by Eikwolf. Now, Eikwolf does have a little bit of history of, especially 1v1, but also 2v2s and 3v2s as well. If you look at the different organizations, Mind Games, Rewind Gaming, Mythical Esports, etc. Now, that was a long goal, but we'll talk about that in just a second here. Eikwolf does have a history. He did not lose a tournament, especially not a Rewind Gaming tournament. And will he win or lose game streak here? Maybe, maybe not. But things are not looking good, as Rafi does pull this into a draw from the other side of the field. So this is definitely interesting.
Yeah, it was a good shot by Rafi, but Eikwolf immediately winning a 50-50 right there, as you saw, and well, getting an easy goal. Rafi going in a bit fast, I think, and Eikwolf just seeing it, getting his car in position, and then just winning that 50-50 perfectly for him, and then getting an easy goal. But yeah, Eikwolf seems to be winning every kickoff so far, and well, he seems to be the dominant player as well, being attacking. I mean, Rafi, yes, he scored a goal, but yeah, what was it for a goal? It was a long shot from his own end, so Eikwolf was on the attack, but then he managed to snipe a goal in. So I don't. It's going to be hard for, and he scores another. Kessler curse confirmed.
Well then.
Yeah, but the Rafi making a nice play right there. I don't think Eikwolf expected that one at all. It wasn't. Yeah, okay, it was a pretty fast shot actually, but yeah, Eikwolf being caught off guard by Rafi right there, and Rafi now winning as the not winning actually, but he made it a little more even than previous kickoffs against Eikwolf, so that's good. But we see, of course, Eikwolf attacking again and trying to make his offensive play that he likes to do so much. And so far as I've been looking at how both players are playing, Eikwolf seems to be really relaxed, and Rafi tends to be rushing a little more, and Rafi taking the lead right now.
You say Rafi is rushing, and Rafi makes a say that 10 times fast. Rafi is rushing. Rafi does make that goal in, so maybe that rushing technique, I guess, brings him forward. We'll see how that goes in long term. So we still have 3 minutes and 30 seconds, but Rafi does take another goal. Where was Eikwolf there? Was a bit. Eikwolf was going off to the mid, going to that boost on the corner, whilst Rafi does make that in, and does turn that into his goal, and drawing this actually to a 4-2 lead. So this does not look good for Eikwolf, especially it does not look good for Eikwolf's win streak of these tournaments.
Yeah, Eikwolf looks to be okay, and then he immediately scores. But it's not common for Eikwolf to be behind in a game, so good job by Rafi to actually be up against Eikwolf. It's something Eikwolf doesn't usually experience, so that's really good. Congrats to Rafi for that, but it's still 3 minutes left to play, so we will see how it continues from there on.
Oh yes, we do. We did see Eikwolf putting that 3-4, and that was actually a pretty good attack right there, with a good defense from Rafi. So we will see. Right now, we do see Rafi scoring another goal, which, I mean, I I feel like that wasn't a goal, but
No, that wasn't an own goal, but Igolf definitely not. He is not looking like the more dominant player we are used to see from Igolf. Igolf tends to go to the finals fairly easily,
and does
and
seem to win it like pretty much any time. Like this, he's been our previous winner for the last like 7 months straight. So, and as I say that, and as we both say that, Eichholz does make another goal. So, 2 minutes 40 seconds, 2 minutes 41 seconds to turn this around for Eichholz. What do you think?
yeah, it should be definitely possible. If you look at the shots made, Igolf has made 8 shots, Refi has made 4 shots. Refi has made 4 saves though, and Igolf hasn't made any saves, and as we see that happen again. But yes, I think Igolf should be able to score 2 goals in more than half of the match. I think we will see far more than 2 goals from both players. If they continue in the pace they are going right now, then they will have
Definite chances, yes.
yes.
And definite chances that will not be missed, especially by Eichholz, as he does almost miss that shot. Sorry, almost make that in. That's what I meant to say. I don't know what happened there. Anyways, Eichholz does take that forward again. So, I mean, we do see, and actually, as we do say that, Eichholz does make that in. So, 6-5, 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So, Eichholz does have 10 shots, but has 5 shots. So, Eichholz making 10, double the shots, but is behind. So we do see the strong offense we're used to, but normally it's not really common to see him behind, and especially 2 goals, as this seems to be rapidly evolving. It's always 1 goal after another, and every time Eichholz seems to score, Rafi does seem to hit back as well.
Yeah, we saw Igolf put in a really nice shot earlier, and Refi immediately responding by winning the kickoff again, and then making a nice goal, and then now he does it again. Igolf, who most of the time seems to be really good at his kickoff, is now failing his kickoff, and Refi is getting away with a pretty easy shots, to be honest. Normally you expect a player like Igolf to not give away such easy shots, and he is doing it at the moment, which is definitely hurting him in the score right now, as we see. And he now needs to score 3 goals to get it into overtime, and now it's 4 goals to get into overtime, and 5 goals to even get to straight up win this game. So this is going to be a tough challenge for Igolf to win this game.
This is interesting. This is really interesting because we don't really see Eichholz in this position. Normally, it would be Eichholz in the other direction. Eichholz being 9-5 against his opponent. So he is a monthly elite. May not be in his best form today, but again, this is a best of 3, so he does have another chance.
Yeah, and Refi making some incredible plays right now to show that he definitely is there to contest with Igolf to get into the finals. And yeah, well, Refi is showing a really solid performance. Yes, Igolf is good, but at the moment Refi is showing that he is, for this game at least, even better than Igolf.
I guess so. Yeah. But as you say that, Eichholz does make another goal. So there's that.
Nice shot by Igolf right there, just lifting it up, seeing that Refi is behind him and getting a fast shot into Refi's, and not even that high, but it wasn't needed because Refi was so far back and out of the play that he could make well, I don't want to say easy, but he just had to get it on target. And he did that, so he got a goal from that, so that's really nice for Igolf.
And he does get that demo there.
Yeah, nice demo right there by Igolf. He couldn't capitalize on it and made another goal, which he needs, but that's fine. In 1 minute, 4 goals should still be possible. It's going to be hard though, because Refi has been showing some good defensive plays. Yeah, and Igolf almost getting it, but just doesn't get it past the post.
But he does make sure Rafi does not get the ball by hitting it up. Unfortunately, he does still... No, he does not. Never mind. He gets it back into the center, putting it into a great strategic place to put himself to 7-10, only 3 goals behind. So right now, Eichwolf could still stand a chance in these 36 seconds. We have seen it all with Eichwolf.
Yeah, Refi should be able to keep Eichwolf away from this win, but he does need to make saves right now because 2 goals in 30 seconds is definitely possible in the pace they are going right now.
And the pace we're going right now, and it is also possible considering it is Eichwolf, right? We are talking about the guy who won 5-6 tournaments without...
Yeah, but then on the other end, Refi is showing some great defensive plays. So
yeah,
if you put it in that perspective, it's going to be pretty hard for Eichwolf because Refi is definitely showing that he wants to win this game and show that he is at least better this game than Eichwolf.
I guess so, and we do see some actually, as we say that, one more goal, and we're heading this into overtime. What would you say? Will this happen? Will this not happen? Does he stand a chance with these 10 seconds?
I think Refi can keep Eichwolf off these last 10 seconds. The previous goal for Eichwolf took 20 seconds. If he takes that, yes, and Refi wins the kickoff right here, and now it's going to be really difficult to get another goal in by Eichwolf. And yet, ooh, now Eichwolf is getting a huge chance, and he's... Oh, that was on the line. What a misplay by Eichwolf. He should have scored that one. But Refi, well, that was pretty lucky that he got away with that game because he could have easily lost that one.
That was close. That was really, really close. But Refi does get away with that force of nature right there.
Yes, and well played by Refi, but now he has to win one more game. He has 2 to go, so that's good. Eichwolf has to win next one and the one after. Refi only has to win one of the 2, so that's positive. And I think Refi definitely has a chance to maybe beat Eichwolf in one of the other games as well. Both players seem to be really attacking, and it was a really fun game to watch and to commentate. Both, at least Refi was making a lot of defensive plays, and Eichwolf was putting up a lot of pressure.
I guess it's a typical. It's typical what we see. Do not join the match. That would not be useful. I wanted to say this is some typical. This is what to expect really out of a match from these 2, from a season 3 Grand Champion and ESL Monthly Elite. Now, as I said, Eichwolf versus Refi. These names are not unknown. This game is very, very tight, and we did see that in the first game, and we do see that again. And Refi, what happened to Eichwolf there? Refi does make his first goal.
Yeah, Refi is definitely trying to win game 2 immediately, so he can get to the final without having to face Eichwolf in maybe a game 3. So good play by Refi, making a good defensive clear to the side and then immediately being able to capitalize and score a goal into Eichwolf's net. Now Eichwolf is going for an attack. Refi doesn't have any boost, so this is going to be hard, but he manages to get a pinch, and now Eichwolf is in a difficult spot. Refi still doesn't have boost though. Refi will need to pick up some boost soon because Eichwolf is taking all the boost at the moment.
Ceiling. That is what is known as boost ceiling, my friend. And unfortunately, this is taken into a draw.
Yeah, a good well-placed shot by Eichwolf. Refi didn't have any boost, so he couldn't really save that one. That was a really... Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah, tough. but Eichwolf, good job of getting the goal.
Yes, and so this draws the game into this pulls the game into a draw. Actually, never mind. It is not a draw anymore. It is a 2-1 for Eichwolf. So Eichwolf does strike back. kind of like the Empire Strikes Back, except it's Ico Strikes Back. And Rafi did go for that in the air and tried to hit that off, but unfortunately he only assisted Ico in that airstrike right into the goal. So we do see some plays there by Ico. So we may take. I'm not jumping to any conclusions here, but we may see this semi-final draw into a game 3. We may, or we may not. But at the speed we're going at right now, with Ico already leading 3-1, this definitely looks like we're pulling this into a game 3.
Yeah, last game where iGolf had to score. At the moment, it's looking to be turned all the way around, where Refi is going to have to score, and it's going to be. I think Refi will have a hard time of attacking because iGolf seems to be dominating for the moment. Refi hasn't even been on iGolf's side. Every time he goes there, he gets scored upon. And yeah, well, iGolf is really looking like the dominant player, and then almost scores another goal, but just misses and puts it into the post. And well, iGolf really is the dominant player right now. Refi is doing, for the moment, a good job at defending, but I don't know how long it will last before iGolf tries to score another goal. And Refi is now actually going for attack. That's something good. He needs to attack right now because he needs another goal, and then immediately when he attacks and goes to iGolf's side, iGolf immediately gets a quick counter shot in and then catches Refi offside as he isn't looking at the ball, but focusing on getting boost.
Yes,
And
that's
yeah, he's now up 4-1, and now it's going to be really hard for Refi to.
this is yes, definitely, and we're coming back to that icon that we do know from the previous tournaments, hitting 2 goals within 12 seconds. Now that's astounding. That's very astounding. And Rafi kind of doing what he's been doing this whole match, really, which is not really planning out his usage of boost and going off to look for it instead. But Ico is showing his ability of long shots and how those long shots are really on point. So Ico, we do see a comeback from Ico. Sorry, we do see a comeback from Ico. And right now, 5-1 with half of the match left. We do see, I see this going into a game 3.
Yeah, for the moment it's looking like a game 3, but Refi still has more than 2 minutes to make 4 goals, which should be definitely possible. I mean, in ones at least. I mean, ones tend to be really quick, and goals happen like if you really want to, you can make a goal at least every 10 seconds in ones. I mean, kickoff goals are really common. Yeah, maybe, yeah. And iGolf is making another shot, but yeah, I think Refi has to focus on next game, because winning this game is going to be hard for at the moment, because iGolf's gaining too much of a lead right now.
Yeah, something typical we see from iGolf, as you speak of these different tournaments. So iGolf, talking about quick goals, iGolf definitely going for a quick goal, another quick goal. So 7-1. This is something we are very used to. And you estimated 1 goal every 10 seconds. This one's 13 seconds, so not far off from that.
Yeah, and that's if you really want to. And well, Refi is in a tough spot right now, but I definitely think Refi should be focusing on getting his morale up and trying to and getting iGolf's down to maybe have a chance in game 3, because where Refi 1 really struggles in game 1, iGolf is now showing that he's winning really confident in game 2. So if you take that in mind, I think game 3 is going to be really hard for Refi to win.
It is, definitely, but it's game 3 is the tension behind that. The game 3 is where the tension is at its highest. And that is the deciding match, where it goes to the direction where iGolf goes into the final or Refi goes into the final, and the other person can go home. So this is really important, as we have a minute left of this game, but then in the next game, should Rafi not be able to score 7 goals in this minute, this next game, that's really the biggest game of the series.
And Igolf's now playing with Rafi in front of Igolf's own goal. So Igolf definitely playing with fire, but I have the feeling Igolf knows he has already won and now just needs to sit out the time and wait for game 3 and try to win game 3. And yeah, well, game 3 will now be the deciding factor, and Rafi getting a quick steal off of Igolf right there. I don't think Igolf is playing that serious and that focused at the moment, but yeah, a good goal by Rafi. Good capitalizing on Igolf's mistake to put it too far away from his own car.
Sneaky. That was kind of sneaky, to be honest. I mean, Igolf is Igolf, as you said, playing. And again, something that we see once he does get way into the lead, he's just playing. He's just scoring one goal after another and kind of doing some 360s and whatnot. But that sneaky goal, that was well, I don't know if Igolf takes that any serious or not. And the timer hits 5 seconds, and the game does go over into the blue field. And saying that they are not letting this ball drop, but. Never mind.
And now they let it drop. But we will go into game 3, and hopefully that one is going to be a little more close between the two players, because this game was really favored towards Igolf. And I think, if we get a game 1 again in game 3, then we are going to have an awesome game 3.
If we do take a look at the scores here, Igolf does hit an amazing score of 1,000. 1,000 with 8 goals. That's astounding. But anyway, so we do get into this next round, into the game 3. This is where the deciding factor. Who faces the final? Who progresses on into the final and who goes home? But right now we do see Igolf just 4 seconds, like the previous game as well. 4 seconds into the game, he already makes his first goal.
Yes, Igolf making a statement and already going 1 goal up. And Rafi needs to get scoring and needs to get into this game again, where he was in game 1 playing pretty good. He's now slacking, and as I say that, it looks like he will get another goal, and then he fakes out Igolf. Good job faking Igolf out right there, Rafi.
Oh yes, that was a good job, definitely. You wanted to say something?
No, definitely not.
So yeah, I was gonna say, good job faking and bouncing it off the bar there, off the line. So it's already a draw, 1-1. I have a feeling that we're gonna see 1 goal after another from one side to another in this game, as this is actually the deciding factor.
Yes, and Rafi is at least now putting in offensive pressure where it lacked previous game, and I think Rafi can definitely win, has a bigger chance than last game. If he keeps up this offensive play style he's showing right now, then yes. Previous game he had to sit back and Igolf was in full control the whole game. This game it has been seeming to go really even, as Igolf demolishes Rafi on the 50-50 right there.
Actually, yeah, semi-demolished. There we go. But he does pull himself into the lead here with 3 minutes 50 seconds. So, yes, Igolf and Rafi. Rafi does have the potential, but Igolf has a big win streak with us, certainly, and with any of the other tournaments. And as I say that, I think that was own goal, I believe.
Yeah, well, Eichwolf was blocking Raffi, and Raffi couldn't do anything anymore, and that ball was probably going in. So, yeah, well, Raffi was unlucky that he had to touch it. But, yeah, nothing to do about that one, but I don't think that you should count that as a real on goal. But
I
yeah,
guess
Eichwolf showing, like, game 2, for the moment, he is dominant. Raffi looked promising from the start in game 2, but in game 3, I mean. But yeah, he's falling back into the game 2 standards again, and Eichwolf as well, really, because Eichwolf is playing really aggressive again and giving Raffi no chances in his offensive plays. I mean, Raffi tried to do it offensive, but Eichwolf is now shutting him down from even attempting to go onto an offensive play.
If you do look at if you do look at the game 1 and now in game 3, like, where did those players go? Like, in game 1, I think everyone was just warming up. Eichwolf was warming up. Raffi was taking that chance, but then we came game 2 and Eichwolf just destroyed him there. And now we see again Eichwolf being full into his game. So he is 5-1 into the lead already. So, I mean, it's unlikely, but Raffi may have the potential of turning this around. Should he actually, never mind, 6-1. This is kind of one-sided right now, but Raffi does have the potential to turn it around, don't you think?
Yeah, and well, now it's going to be hard for Raffi. He needs to score 5 goals now, and well, from game 1 he had some nice goals, but most of those goals were based off Eichwolf mistakes, and since game 2 Eichwolf has been making almost 0 mistakes, and Eichwolf getting another goal right here, and oh no, okay, yes, he does actually get another goal, and yeah,
well, strategic.
Yeah, a strategic demolition, and he didn't even put it in the net from the start, and then yeah.
Yes, strategic hitting off the backboard. That's what I wanted to say. Strategic hitting off the backboard. They're putting it in the perfect position for him to play in. So right now, Raffi is giving Eichwolf all the chances for all of Eichwolf. At this point, this is practice for Eichwolf. Using all of this open nets, all of this stuff. Right now, we see a wall dribble going down, and then a bounce in the air. A shot from the air, and also another goal. So Raffi does have to get himself together to be able to make this again, to make it to the final. But right now, it does seem like Eichwolf can kind of play all the tricks he has on Raffi.
Yeah, Eichwolf looks to be warming up for the finals, and it does look like it's over for Raffi. Raffi is now down 1-9, and with still 2 minutes to go, I think it's going to be really hard for Raffi to get back into the. I think it's almost impossible for Raffi to get back into the game now. 8 goals in 2 minutes is going to be really hard against a player like Eichwolf, and I think he's going to struggle a ton to get back.
Yeah.
If he even gets close to getting back, because Eichwolf is at the moment totally locking him down from going into the offense, and yeah, well, making him play in defense as well. Eichwolf is just playing with Raffi, and I think Raffi is not taking opportunities, the few opportunities, and Eichwolf is taking every opportunity he can to make Raffi's life so.
I mean, if you look at the shots alone, right? If you look at the statistics in the shots alone, Eichwolf has 10 shots with 2 shots on Raffi, so something's not right. Saves are balanced out. But the shots, like it's 11 shots by now, so 91. So it's definitely. I mean, as I said, Raffi gives Eichwolf all the space that he gets, and if he does take away some space, Eichwolf just hits the demo right there. And so Eichwolf plays all of his tricks. All of his tricks. 380s, wall dribbles, all of them, just to play with Rafi and just to make another goal. So, or not, never mind. But right now he's on 9-1. 9-1 with 45 seconds. So, there we go. There we see the typical Wolf that we see in all of these tournaments and throughout the tournaments of his win streak.
Yes, and Wolf definitely showing that he wants to win this one again as well. But I think if we look at he's going to have a hard time in the final, because we saw a really offensive player as well in the previous semi-final, and I think that's going to Ixo looked to be really aggressive, so two really aggressive players will be a fun match. Both players, oh, that's a nice goal by Rafi right there. It doesn't even matter anymore, but it was a really nice goal.
That was a really nice goal, and a typical like from the game too as well. Last second goal there by Rafi's side. I believe that was intentional from Eichhoff, leaving him that open space. But yes, Ixo versus Eichhoff, that will be very interesting to see in the final, as Eichhoff does win this third round, and with that he wins this second semi-final. And actually, Rafi, if you look at his ping, he has about 800 ping. But apart from that, Eichhoff does move into the final, and he will be facing Ixo in the final right after this break.
Yeah. Hello guys, we are back and this is the finals already, and this is going to be a best of 5 unlike the semis and all the matches before, which were best of 3s. And well, I'm hyped for this one. We saw iGolf play really aggressive in this previous game. Ixo in the other semi-final played really aggressive as well. Two really aggressive players in a match against each other. Sounds to me like it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun.
Yes, it does, and we do see iGolf already 4 seconds into the game. 4 seconds into the game, and already winning. Scoring one goal. But this is going to be very, very interesting. And iGolf having that big win streak, Ixo having that aggressive play and just the potential, and actually that one goal as well. So, this is really interesting, and we've only been here 15 seconds and we already saw 2 goals. Like, how does that not tell us that it's going to be very, very hyped and very, very action packed, you could say.
Yeah, and yeah, I think it's going to be a really fun game with both these players being really aggressive, and they haven't had to show that much defensive skills off yet. So it's going to be really exciting, and iGolf getting a good shot right there, catching Ixo off guard, going a little bit too much forward and then not being able to get back onto his goal line quick enough. He should have, I think Ixo should have been closer to iGolf so he could like catch the ball when it was going up, or furthermore back to his own goal so he had more time. Now he was kind of in the middle, and it gave him a really hard recovery, and iGolf winning the kickoff and then getting the no, not actually getting the boost, but just getting the touch and then
Pressuring.
leaving Ixo out of the...
I was going to say, sorry, I interrupted you there. I was going to say pressuring. iGolf was very pressuring there. And in general, he's being very, very pressuring already to get his lead. What we saw in the semi-final in the previous game. Getting a lead and then relaxing. Getting a lead and then playing with the other player.
And iGolf almost got done right there by 360.
Whoa, that was fun.
Yeah, almost getting done by 360 dribble by Ixo right there. Ixo looks to be really pumped for this one. But yeah, good attempt by Ixo right there, and iGolf definitely seems to have some struggles so far to get into this game. And tactical demo right there by iGolf, preventing Ixo from scoring an easy goal right there and keeping iGolf 2 goals up in this game.
Oh yes. Sorry.
Yeah, the iGolf was going forward, but Ixo catches him out and then gets an easy shot on net. Unfortunate for iGolf, he just got he pulled the ball up. Ixo was quick to react and then took the ball off of iGolf and scored a nice goal, in my opinion.
A very nice goal, only 1 minute and 3 seconds afterwards. So, 5 goals after only just over 2 minutes, actually. So this is, a very action-packed, and iGolf does go for the attack again. So getting over Ixo, unfortunately, that was just nothing more really than a pass, and Ixo hitting it back, and iGolf being into the corner, maybe making another attack.
Yeah, iGolf is trying to clear this one, but Ixo is giving iGolf a really hard time, and then Ixo isn't contesting that one, and iGolf almost gets an easy shot, but then doesn't follow it up, so the ball bounces in front of Ixo's net, but iGolf doesn't score from it, which is unfortunate for iGolf. He could have capitalized on that mistake by Ixo, but he unfortunately didn't.
Yeah, definitely. But right now we do see Ixo making an attack on the dribble. So this is very strategic. But iGolf does hit back in his typical fashion. So right now we see a play-by-play. I don't want to play-by-play back and forth. And Ixo was not there in time to make that goal. But that was a long shot from his side. From iGolf's side, sorry, getting over, putting a 4-2 advantage.
Yeah, Ixo gets an unlucky touch of bounce off the wall with the ball, and it lands in front of Eichwolf, and he isn't able to capitalize. Well, Eichwolf is able to capitalize, and Ixo isn't able to defend it from Eichwolf, giving Eichwolf too much space and giving Eichwolf an easy shot. And now Ixo is having some struggles clearing it right now. But one thing I noticed that is happening in the game, where both players started off going really quick and getting many shots in and out, they have started to slow down the pace with slow dribbles, and then, well, Ixo again with a flick. He called the Kezalex out in the semis every time with his flicks, but now he's doing the same thing to Eichwolf, and Eichwolf gets another kickoff goal, and that's unfortunate for Ixo because he's now again 2 goals down.
Eichwolf has a specialty in winning kickoff and doing long shots, which definitely bring him very far, and did bring him very far in the past, and also put him into this 4-3 position. So I guess Ixo is very focused right now. And the only way he can make detailed, focused, and clear approaches is through these dribbles and such, because he does not want to take a risk. He does not want to go for a long shot when he doesn't know if that's going to get in. So Eichwolf, but dribbles also have risk attached, as we just see, as Eichwolf did take it off them there, and essentially making another goal and putting Ixo into a 3-goal down distance, I guess.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for he is of course a really offensive player, but I think it's going to be really hard for Ixo to still win this game. I think Ixo has to focus on the next game already. It's still very possible, but 1 goal every 20 seconds looks unlikely against a player like Eichwolf.
We are talking about Ixo, right? So, I mean, it does seem very unlikely, but we do see a good attack. But as you say that, it looks unlikely, but that was a goal in just 40 seconds. So.
Yeah, if he speeds it up a little, yes, he definitely does have a chance. I mean, now he has 24 seconds for each goal. That's maybe possible. We have seen him do it, so yes, that's probably pretty possible for Ixo even. Yes, absolutely possible if Eichwolf just leaves him the ball, but he does need to make a play right now. But Eichwolf makes a good defensive play, and Eichwolf will try to clear it far away right now, but first takes it into his in front of his own goal and then gets a shot. But Ixo, being so far up to try to get the goal, cannot get back in quick enough, and Eichwolf is now up 3 goals again. And yeah, now it's definitely the case that Ixo is going to focus on to the next game.
We can definitely call this a game at this point, but Ixo, we do see lots of, I guess, repetition of their own reputation, if that makes sense. Eichwolf, we do see a lot of typical Eichwolf plays with lots of aggressive long shots and air dribbles and things, but we do also see Ixo being very strong, but he just needs to focus that little bit more to avoid the big distances, and Eichwolf does win that kickoff, unfortunately. So it is a 5-goal distance now.
Yeah, Eichwolf is now demolishing, well, not demolishing, but he is making Ixo pay for every single mistake Ixo is making right now. Fortunately, this is just 1 game, and it doesn't. Eichwolf had probably already won, so it didn't matter that much. The score didn't matter that much anymore. I mean, it's not like you get a goal deficit like you normally get in football, but I think it's still. Oh wow, the nice goal actually.
Oh yes,
that was definitely unexpected. But
that
yeah,
was definitely unexpected at 0-0-0. So just at the timer at 0, it does hit it off the goalpost and puts it right back in. And Eichwolf takes the win on this first round of this best of 5 final.
Yes, and if both players start as strong as they just did in this first game, it's going to be a really fun game two again as well. In the end, it became kind of a stump for. Uh, yeah, in the end, it became kind of stump this game. But if they now go into game two and do the whole way where they both play like they played at the start, then it's going to be an incredible game two again.
This is gonna be. I think. I really think this is gonna be a very incredible game two. Um, but would you? I don't know what your opinion is to this. I think IXO does definitely have the potential of turning this game around. But what I'm actually gonna do now is I'm gonna ask our stream viewers what do they think. What will happen in the next game, or I should say, who will in the end win this grand final, IXO or IQO? What do you think, Bess?
I think it's going to be really important for IXO to win this one. So I think IXO is going to go all out in this game to get a win under his belt. But yes, this is going to be a really important game to have a. Yeah, it's going to have a big impact on the final score. I think in the end for this final, if IXO now manages to score, it's going to be really hard for Eigwolf. But yes.
Sorry, yes, if IXO manages to score, saying that, and he already scored a goal only like 5 seconds into the game, so this is or 4 seconds, sorry, 4 seconds into the game, so this is very, very tight, and IXO definitely does go all out, and very, very strong on the offensive side, as he does get to know Aiko's strategy a bit more. So right now we do see IXO and Aiko battling here on the blue side of the court with only 4 minutes and 20 seconds of the game, as IXO takes it off the wall and hopefully hitting it backwards. But Aiko does not let that chance through, but he does only hit the goalpost as IXO hits it back, maybe making it to the middle line here, and IXO tries to hit it off, and Aiko, unfortunately, that ball almost did not go in, but he does pull this game into a draw with 2 minutes and 55 seconds into the game of. So this game is already, game two is into a 1-1 draw, I guess, with IXO and Aiko battling it out on the blue side of the court.
Yeah, where they had in the first game so many goals in quick succession, this game has seemed a little more relaxing, as IXO takes it on a nice dribble to get past Eigwolf, just going around the outside of Eigwolf, and yeah, good job catching that ball from the air and then getting it so controlled over to Eigwolf's side and then getting a good shot in.
Yes, that was definitely a very, very good shot. So we definitely see some balance of powers, I guess. But IXO, you said before this game, IXO definitely has to go all out to win this game too, because it is very, very important. And we definitely do see that right here, as IXO makes his third goal with only 3 minutes and 35 seconds left.
Yeah, and well, this is good for IXO. As I said at the beginning, IXO needs to win this game, and at the moment he's looking like he definitely is in a position to win this game. There are still 3 minutes and 22 seconds to go, so it can still go both ways. But at the moment, and that's a nice shot by IXO right there, just playing with Eigwolf, making him go to every side of the pitch. Yeah, and
yeah.
Oh, that was a really good shot right there, and Eigwolf didn't expect that one coming his way, and Eigwolf even nice shots, that shot by IXO. So yeah, that was a really good shot by IXO right there, and then immediately he wins the kickoff and gets another good shot in. Eigwolf wasn't expecting this kind of plays by IXO after game one, where Eigwolf did in the end look very much more capable of winning than Ixo, but Ixo is definitely making a statement game too, that he definitely wants to win it. And another kickoff goal. Eichwolf is definitely failing his kickoff right now.
Kickoffs and after kickoffs. Kind of interesting because traditionally Eichwolf is the kickoff winner here. Eichwolf is the person who's Eichwolf is normally the person who would push, but Ixo, you say he has to go out. He's definitely going all out. One kickoff after another. 7-1. 7-1 with just about 3 minutes left. So, I mean, what has happened to Eichwolf? What has happened?
What has happened to Eichwolf's kickoff? Because that's the problem at the moment, and I don't know why Ixo would now fake the kickoff, because he has been winning everyone. Why would he do? Why would he do it now? He does say WTF, so I think there was some kind of problem, and that's faking Eichwolf like a beast. Oh, that's something Eichwolf is not going to like, because that looks so good by Ixo. Yeah, Eichwolf thought Ixo would flick like Ixo normally does, but Ixo makes an incredible fake on Eichwolf, and Eichwolf just gets sent into the forest really, and then again Eichwolf faking the kickoff, but Ixo realizing and then cancelling going forward and takes it comfortably on the top of his car and then flicks it around Eichwolf.
Oh my god. So this is a turn of events. This is definitely a turn of events with Ixo being 9-1. So I actually look at the stream chat. Postal Melons posted, how does he do it? Nobody knows. That is very true. How does he do it? Nobody knows indeed. That this turn of events, I think nobody expected that. But saying that, Eichwolf doesn't seem to make a comeback here. With 2-9. 7 goals in 2 minutes and 20 seconds. It's possible. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, but if Ixo continues like he has played so far this game, it's going to be really, 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 really hard for Eichwolf to do. And Ixo is again trying to make an offensive play, but now takes it back into his own corner to maybe create a little space for himself. But well, actually, he has a really tough clear right now. But he manages to clear it right now, and now it's in the corner of Eichwolf. So Eichwolf now has some problems, and he steals the boost and then tries to go for a demo, but Eichwolf dodges demo really easily with great comfort. And Eichwolf going for a 180 backflip flick. That's a weird. That's a weird flick.
180 backflip thing. Anyways, Ixo does make it.
And that's a nice dribble to just get it past Eichwolf.
Isn't this what we saw? Like, no, I'm sorry, I'm mixing up games here. But 10-2. 10-2. Who would have expected this in the final of Ixo versus Eichwolf? Like, I would have expected Ixo versus Eichwolf 10-2 being in the other direction.
Yeah, last game was pretty close in the beginning, and then it became very one-sided in favor of Eichwolf, but definitely game 2 is taking other direction than game 1 did, and Ixo is looking pretty confident in what he is doing at the moment. I don't know how it feels for you, but Ixo looks to be really confident with just, well, at the moment he's not doing too much because Eichwolf isn't doing too much either. But he's trying to fake, but Eichwolf manages to still get a touch on it, and then he goes into the corner, and now he needs to be careful because Eichwolf was coming from behind, but he manages to chew. I don't know if that's a word in English, but he manages to dodge Eichwolf's attempt to score a goal.
Yes, it's. I mean, this turn of events has definitely led to an interesting rest of the games as the timer hits the 10-second countdown. Not letting that ball drop. Ixo trying to keep that ball up and maybe making it in. Nope, he does not let it drop right on the right side of the field of the goal, relative to the goal. So Ixo does take home the second round of this Rewind Gaming 1v1 exclusive tournament grand final.
Yes, and well, this was a really unexpected game 2, and yeah, I didn't expect this. After game 1, I was really thinking Ixo could win a game, but not as prominent as he just did, because 10-2 is not just winning a game. 10-2 is, well, pretty much ruining the other player.
Mentally destroying. So this leads us very unbelievable or very clueless as to what we can predict for this round, as we do see Ixo making another goal after only 5 seconds. So it's this is difficult. I mean, this is even though if Ixo were to win this, Eichel still has another chance. But I mean. This is very different, I guess you could say. So we do see Ixo the ball being on the blue side of the field. Eichwolf hitting it over and going off the backboard. Eichwolf going for it onto the corner. Ixo does steal it off him. But it unfortunately cannot get it right. It's hitting up in the air, gaining himself some time. Ixo going to the wall, but unfortunately that hits off the backboard. And Ixo does take control. No, never mind. It is Eichhoff now. Eichhoff goes over to the hits it over to the blue side, hitting it off the wall. And Eichhoff does make that goal, pulling this game into a draw for 4 minutes and 11 seconds left of this game.
Yeah, a good pinch / 50-50 for Eichwolf right there, and Eichwolf manages to capitalize and get a good goal in, and well, now it's even again, as you just said, and Ixo is immediately trying to get another goal right from the kickoff. Like, well, we saw him do it previous game. I think he scored 3 or 4 goals after each other just off kickoffs, and Eichwolf is now upping the pace and definitely showing that he still wants to win this, because he already matched the amount of goals he had previous game, and he's just now 1 minute and 5 seconds in. This is
insane indeed. This is quite interesting. Yes, interesting. As Ixo was looking to turn that around, but Eichhoff does take it over, goes over to the wall and over to the blue side of the field, maybe making an attack, but Ixo was there in time. So right now we're going in a circle here. But do you think Ixo will have another chance to turn this around with... actually, never mind. He does. It is...
Yeah, he definitely does have a chance. But yeah, the players seem to be fairly even to each other, although game scores say something else every time. But both players have a very similar playstyle, where they base their plays most of the time off of kickoffs. Eichhoff seems to do a little less around the kickoff, but Ixo does they both definitely prefer to get something off of the kickoff. And Eichhoff getting a nice air drag right there, just bumping Ixo out of the way so his ball can go in smoothly, and that's a smart play, just bumping Ixo out of the way and then making his own opportunity ready.
Yes, Eichhoff had that ball in control from the start, I think. Putting it in from the air, not doing anything, even Ixo not being in the way there. Now, if we do have a look at our stats, we do see that Eichhoff has made 5 shots with 3 goals, and Ixo has made 4 shots with 2 goals. So and Ixo had made 2 saves, but that did not save him from Eichwolf's goal there, coming in from the center, and Ixo trying to go for that, but not quite being in there on time. So it's interesting. This is head-to-head in a typical 1v1 style quickfire goals.
Yeah, and yeah, it's interesting because they are able to score goals so quick in succession, and yeah, Ixo definitely is having some struggle defending against Eichwolf's plays, and Eichwolf getting another goal when Eichwolf doesn't manage to get it clear. He looks a bit dodgy on the clear and then puts it right into Eichwolf, who then gets an easy pass for himself and then makes an easy goal off of it as well. So yeah, definitely very interesting to see both players play against each other. And yeah, there you see again, Ixo basing his play off of the kickoff. He wins the kickoff, immediately makes the goal. In my opinion, Ixo has a killer kickoff, if I'm saying this right now, because Eichwolf is having some real issues defending from Ixo.
Yes, Ixo is making a very strategic kickoff, even though I don't know what happened there, but that certainly did not stop him from making that other goal, but we'll get back to that. After 11 seconds, 2 goals in 11 seconds, Eichwolf saying in the chat that this is not enjoyable. If I were Eichwolf, I would also say that same story, but yeah. I want to get back to Ixo's kickoff there for a second. He does use the wall to his advantage, strategic advantage, letting it bounce it off and hitting it into the goal. So he does, if he does win that kickoff, he does win it strategically very, very intelligent.
Yes, and we definitely see that Eichwolf is having some struggles against the kickoff, and I get why Eichwolf is saying this is not enjoyable, because in my opinion, kickoff goals are terrible against you. It makes you feel so bad, because most of the time you cannot do that much about it. At least, like immediately, it's hard to react immediately to it, because most of the time you can't really change something. Yes, you can change your kickoff, but if you then still lose it, then it's just not fun. But it's very strategic by Ixo to use that kickoff and get his advantage from it.
Now I must say, whoever did the seeding, this is very good to see in a exclusive final right here. Limited to 32 spaces, and then seeing a final like this, it's very, very astounding. So, Postal Melons posted in the Twitch chat, why is Eichwolf mad though? That is a very good question. I would not know, because Eichwolf does seem to have an advantage of 7-4. So, but I mean, it is. I mean, he does have. He does need to learn, as he said, he needs to learn the kickoffs, and he does also say, "Teach me, senpai." So, kickoffs are usually Eichwolf's strength. Kickoffs and long shots, as I already mentioned earlier, are usually Eichwolf's very, very strong strengths in winning matches, really, and that's kind of how he won these past tournaments. So Eichwolf does seem to kind of be jealous, I guess.
Yeah, Eichwolf definitely seems jealous of Ixo's kickoff, and to answer to Postal Melons, the thing Eichwolf is probably mad about is that he doesn't understand for the moment, I think, Ixo's kickoff, because he now asked as well how Ixo does his kickoff, because yeah, well, it's a really strong kickoff. Ixo is well, pretty much demolishing Eichwolf right now with just his kickoff. Most of his goals have been from kickoff goals, or his amazing flicks we have seen so many times now.
However, kickoff is not everything, as we do see, as the timer hits 5 seconds countdown, and Eichwolf does fully win here, 7-4. Eichwolf does take home this round of the grand final.
Yeah, and well, still, if I can count right, yeah, 2 games to go. So if Ixo still wants to win, he needs to win next 2 games, but it's match point for Eikwolf as well. So if Eikwolf wins next one, then it's going to be over, and it's going to be a 3-1 series win for Eikwolf. But still 2 games to go in theory, and I definitely think Ixo can win another game because we saw how convincingly he won game 2, and I definitely think he is capable of doing it again.
Yeah, definitely. He's capable. But Eichhoff, we must not underestimate Eichhoff either. If Eichhoff wins this next game, it does mean he does not break his win streaks that we've seen over the past couple of tournaments. If Ixo wins this game, this as a turn of events as Ixo is very can turn around events very easily, as we have seen already in game 2 especially.
Yeah, and I'm wondering what will come out of this game because both players, the games have been up and down for both players. One game, one player was stronger. The other game, the other one was stronger. So I don't want to say who's going to win that because probably Costa Curse is going to come after me again. Yeah, both players definitely do have a chance of.
This can go either way. This can go either way. I agree on you with that. And Eichel actually already made his first goal after only 4 seconds into the game, and he also makes that second goal after 9 seconds into the game. So Eichel having a strong lead there, but we must not underestimate. We've just started the game. Eichel just into the chat. It is my turn. My turn. Well, I mean, it could be his turn. It could be his turn.
Yeah, Eikwolf is showing Ixo that he has an amazing kickoff as well because he's now absolutely, he's now demolishing Ixo in the kickoff. He's winning the kickoff every time, and I think that's what he means with now it's my turn because where we saw last game Ixo and the game before that Ixo as well winning every kickoff. Now Eikwolf is definitely showing how good his kickoff is as well.
Yeah, it's interesting, shall we say the least. Eichhoff is showing that it is his strength, but I would say that Ixo turns into the other, well, not really, kind of to the other strength, which is a long shot, but this is not really a long shot. It comes in from the middle line here, middle left, I guess you could say. As Ixo does make the 3-2, pull this into a 3-1 with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left of the game, and the ball is over in the orange side now. And Eichhoff does try and make an attack, and he actually makes that in 4-1 for Eichhoff.
Yeah, a nice shot by Eichhoff right there, catching Ixo off guard where Ixo doesn't contest the ball enough with Eichhoff, but also isn't back on his goal line, and that leaves him in the middle. And in the middle is the most dangerous spot to be because then the ball is at its highest point, and then you're, well, most prone to getting scored upon. So defensive mistake by Ixo right there, and Eichhoff capitalizing. So good offensive play by Eichhoff right there. But yeah, we see Eichhoff taking it into Ixo's corner right now, and then getting a tactical demo on Ixo to create some peace for himself so he can set up his own attack. And Ixo trying to catch Eichhoff off guard, but Eichhoff manages to get there and get the block in, and now it's he hands over possession to Ixo. And well, we see Eichhoff beating Ixo to the ball that drops right there, and then getting an easy goal from it. So Eichhoff is now up 4 games, and this is Ixo needs to score right now because it's match point for Eichhoff, and if he wins this game, it's going to be over and out, and Eichhoff will win.
He will not lose his win streak. There we go. It will not lose his win streak that we've seen over the past couple of tournaments, and it looks he's on his best way to that. as we see 6-1 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So Eichwolf definitely showing off who he is and definitely showing off his reputation. But this is very, very interesting. I mean, I'm sure the players are enjoying this as much as we do, as Eichwolf does get the technical demo, and Ixo posting in the chat. Okay then, all right then. This is getting serious. So Eichwolf does want to go for the dribble there, but Ixo does take it off him, and he almost makes that goal as Eichwolf was there in time, hitting it off the roof there, and so this is speeding up. This is really speeding up as the ESL Monthly Elite tries to push more and more in order for him not to lose his win streak that we've seen over the past.
Yeah, and Eichwolf getting another goal on Ixo, and yeah, Ixo needs to score 6 goals now to even get into a game 5 or get a chance to go into game 5, because then he still needs to win the overtime. So at the moment it's looking like Eichwolf is going to win this game, and with this game the World Series as well, and with the World Series he's going to win the tournament. So yeah, Eichwolf is definitely showing this game that he definitely is still the champion of the ones in Rewind Gaming tournaments. And yeah, well, Ixo is now trying to get another attack going, but Eichwolf manages to read the play Ixo is looking for and, well, catch the ball, to be honest. And, well, I think, yeah, Ixo, if Ixo still wants to win, he needs to up now, because he got 20 seconds for each goal. But if he gets the first goal and then manages to get 2 or 3 kickoff goals, which are taking severely less time than those 20 seconds, then he should have a real chance. The thing is, he needs to win the kickoff goals, and before he can go onto the kickoff goals, he still needs to score 1 goal, because if he doesn't score that goal, he's not getting another kickoff. And
which is very untactical for him, because he really needs those kickoffs. We've seen in game 2 and game 3 as well that kickoff goals are really what he's going for. So, but right now we do, like, I mean, it's interesting right now, but right now it does seem like Eichwolf will win this game. Not jumping to any conclusions again. Ixo does try and actually just go for that goal. So as you say that, here we go. Here he gets his first stop.
yeah, and well, nice goal by Ixo right there. It doesn't do that much for the series. Well, he gets his kickoffs now, so he better get scoring off of these kickoffs, and this looks promising. And oh no, and he lifts it. Oh, this is not good at all for Ixo. He definitely got a chance. He needed that kickoff goal, and he got so close to getting that kickoff goal, but didn't quite manage it. And now he needs to find a quick goal as well, because letting Eichwolf score is not an option anymore.
It's not an option with 40 seconds, 45 seconds left of this game and of this grand final. If Eichwolf does seem to win this, so Ixo right now doesn't really. He kind of needs to gain a somehow, but as the timer hits 30 seconds, it doesn't really look like it. I'm not really sure what Ixo's doing there, driving up the walls and whatnot. I think he's stealing time. He might be stealing time, but this goal does go to the middle line. But you do say letting Eichwolf score is not an option, as he does let Eichwolf score.
Yeah, and I think we can call it over right now, because he needs to score 6 goals in 17 seconds. And according to my maths, that's going to be impossible. That's a goal every 3 seconds, every 2.8 seconds, I believe, if I'm correct. Yeah,
Something
that's going
like
to be really, really hard.
The timer does hit the 5 seconds.
Ixo gets another goal right now, and yeah, we can call it a GG for Eichwolf.
We can call it a GG, but here we see again his typical last-minute goals that we saw in the last couple of games as well. So 2 seconds left, and he still makes that goal. That is again a typical thing that we saw Ixo did the last couple of games. But for now, Eichwolf does take home these $15, and he does win this tournament with this Rewind Gaming 1v1 exclusive. So GG's to everyone who played, I guess, and GG's to everyone who watched, I would assume.
Yeah, definitely a great performance by Ixo, but a bigger and better performance by Eichwolf, and yeah, definitely a deserved win. Not so good of a game 2 by Eichwolf. I don't think he ever lost that by that much in a Rewind Gaming tournament, but for the rest of the series, he was playing really solid, giving Ixo very little chances at winning this game, and I think it's fair for that Eichwolf won this tournament.
It is, and he does not break his win streak. So the last couple, any time of these tournaments, Eichwolf was always the winner. He's the winner now, and this is it. I mean, I can't really say much more. So this is it from me, and I guess we will see you on Saturday with our weekly tournament. That is, I think, is being streamed as well.
And, on Saturday we have our weekly 3v3 tournament, and then it's going to be streamed as well, of course. And then we hope to get even more action and more people playing in the Rewind Gaming tournament. So we hope to see you all back on Saturday. And for now, it's going to be over and out from Rewind Gaming.